It really helps me to talk out loud to myself, which is kind of soothing, and I can hear the kind of strength. I don't think that's the right word. The moon's still out. It's very faint. I don't know whether you can see it. It's still up there. And just being in the trees that are so tall and make you feel so small, you know, it puts life into perspective for me. And I've got to say this before I forget. I thought that holly was a bush, but no, it's a tree, which I can clearly see here. So that's the trunk. Looks like the birds have had the berries off this one. A few still there. I know in a couple of my previous videos I've said holly bush, and that's incorrect. And the reason I know that is because yesterday I threw caution to the wind, took a risk, and bought a course on Sylvotherapy, and I'm basically going to be training to become a forest therapy guide, which I saw it and my heart just leaped, tears sprang into my eyes, and I thought, yeah, this feels right. And I couldn't afford it, especially at the moment, but I thought there's so much crap, so much pain, and I just want something joyous and positive to focus on. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. And through that I found the Woodland Trust and various UK woodland projects on Instagram that I didn't really know existed until now. And I'm thinking of volunteering to plant some trees at the beginning of next year on one of the Scottish islands. It depends if I can get a cheap flight. What else was I going to say? But yeah, I thought forest therapy will complement my wild camping really well, because the last year's been all about deepening my relationship with nature through solo hiking, wild camping, and teaching myself bushcraft. So I feel like I've got a really firm foundation and a really deep love of the forest, which you can probably tell from my videos, which I can use to complement the qualifications I already have as a integrative therapist, and an artist wanting to work with survivors of incest. Ultimately, that's what I'd like to do next. Yeah, so that's very exciting. And I think I was laying awake a couple of nights ago, just crippled with anxiety, worrying about every little thing. And then I remembered that I've got this plan, this path that I'm on, that's never failed me. You know, my path as a musician and organic gardener, somebody that wants to explore self-sustainable living. Oh wow, look at this. Amazing. It's gorgeous. Yeah, there's basically tons of stuff that I'm worrying about, but I thought it's always going to be there. There's always going to be fear, chaos, but it's not going to stop me focusing on what I choose to do in life, whether people understand it, validate it, value it or not. Because at the end of the day, what's life about if you can't be happy? There's enough difficult times, enough pain. So I'm choosing to let go of all that because it's just far too much. If people aren't going to do what they say they're going to do, that's their fault. That's a reflection of them, not me. All I can do is stick to my commitments, what I feel is important in life, which right now is trying to enjoy what could be my partner's last Christmas of being relatively well. And I'm not going to let people that operate on fear and intimidation, control people through fear and intimidation, to spoil that for me. I learnt the other day that you can use birch bark, which is what this is, here from a dead birch tree. It's just literally just a couple of stumps. So you can peel off the bark and use it as a natural paper. So literally what you do is you soak it in water and use a pair of scissors or a knife to scrape away sort of the rough bits, because there's layers of it, until you get sort of a smoother texture. And I think under this white outer skin there's a sort of like tan peachy colour. I'm not sure whether it'll work on dead tree bark. Yet to find that out. But yeah, you soak it and then scrape and then dry it out with a book on top of it to keep it flat. It takes days actually to dry out. I think it's, can't remember now, between 30 and 150 days, I think, something. So it's one of those things you have to be patient with. But you can get some really nice effects with acrylic paints, apparently. So I'll take this little bit home, and there's some more further ahead. See what I can get out of that. There you go, we've got 3 pieces there of birch bark. That's the tan peachy underside of the bark, the outer skin, which is white. So I'll soak that. It feels really robust actually. And I've peeled some of the bark off, as you can see. And watch this space. Brilliant. Why do people do this? Pick up the dog mess and hang it in a tree in a plastic bag. Why not just leave the poo on the ground if you're that lazy? I don't know what kind of statement people are trying to make doing this, but just ruins the whole atmosphere. Anyway, I've had a nice exploration this morning, and coming to the end of the path now, and the end of the video. So plans for the next few days running up to Christmas, I'd like to go busking for the first time in a long time. When I feel stronger in myself, I will actually go on some camps. But for now, I'm enjoying walking, sharing my thoughts. So call it a day now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. All very much appreciated. And maybe I'll bring you some footage of my busking adventures too. Okay, so bye then, and see you next time.